Blizzard Entertainment have released a schedule for this year's BlizzCon, which takes place completely online this year. The schedule has highlighted what is happening over the course of the 2-day digital event, which looks to be focusing on franchises World of Warcraft as well as Diablo. BlizzCon Online will start on Friday, February 19th at 2 PM PST with an opening ceremony, after which there will be a number of panels including what's next for Diablo and World of Warcraft. Usually these panels offer a little more insight into the game's development and announcements. With Diablo 4 currently in development as well as the mobile RPG Diablo Immortal, hopefully we'll be seeing more of each. There also have been rumours of a possible Diablo 2 remake or remaster happening, but nothing has been confirmed about that as of yet. Maybe we'll get an announcement about this at BlizzCon. As per usual, if you want to know more about any of the news mentioned in this video, be sure to check out Fextralife.com. The studio behind the Witcher game franchise, CD Projekt Red, have announced they are partnering with a board game publisher, Go On Board, for The Witcher Old World. The Kickstarter project will start in May. The game will be designed for 2 to 5 players who will get hired to slay monsters after completing their training at one of the famous Witcher schools: wolf, vampire, cat, bear, or griffin. You'll also have a chance to take on contracts, battle monsters, as well as face difficult choices. Players will even get to battle witches from other schools, defending the honour of their own school. As with all Kickstarter campaigns, an initial backing goal will need to be met in order for the project to be completed. As for now, there are no details about different tier backing or total goal amount, but more details will be revealed closer to the launch. A modder data miner, Lance McDonald, who you might recognise from his many videos that have unveiled cut content in Bloodborne, to discovering the final secret in Nier Automata, but his latest contribution to the gaming community though is a mod for Bloodborne. Previously, McDonald had shared that he was working on a mod that would enable Bloodborne on PlayStation 4 to run at 60 frames per second. Back in October last year, he shared he would give Sony a chance to release an official update for the game. Since one wasn't released, the modder released the patch. In a post on Patreon, McDonald shared the patch must be applied to the latest version of Bloodborne, version 1.09. The patch will let the game run at 60 FPS, as well as give the option to lower rendering to 1280 by 720p. Obsidian's next DLC expansion for the RPG The Outer Worlds is Murder on Eridanus. According to the publisher's financial results, which was shared on Monday, Take-Two has revealed Murder on Eridanus will be the second DLC for the game, releasing before the firm's financial year ends on March 31st, according to VGC. There are few details about what the new DLC will contain, but the game's season pass describes the expansion as Halcyon Helen's final and finest adventure, meaning it will be the last story DLC for the game. If the pricing is anything to go by, the previous DLC Peril on Gorgon, it will be around $15. The season pass is available for $24.99. While this looks like this DLC will be wrapping up the Outer Worlds story, a sequel could be in the IP's future, as Daniel Ahmed, the industry insider, shared a new entry is in pre-production. This hasn't been confirmed by the developer as of yet. Minecraft Dungeons, the dungeon crawler RPG based on the Minecraft universe, has reached a staggering 10 million players. Celebrating this milestone, developer Mojang are releasing a free cape and pet pig for DLC owners on February 24th. The free items arrive on the same day as the update, adds new additions including new mode, ancient hunt, procedurally generated runs through the Nether, plus a new piglin merchant that will be available at your camp. The 4th paid DLC, Flames of the Nether, also arrives on the same day as the update. It will feature 6 new missions across familiar biomes as you've never seen before. Players will also enjoy new artifacts, weapons and armor to obtain, plus 2 new skins as well as a baby ghast pet. Mojang also released some interesting stats, including players have defeated the Arch Illager over 5.9 million times. Last year's E3 ultimately got cancelled due to the pandemic, with a replacement event announced but also later getting cancelled. Instead, a new online event was announced for E3 2021. The dates for E3 2021 have been earmarked since last April, but a physical event hasn't been completely ruled out. According to a report by VGC, who has seen pitch documents for the digital event running from the 15th to the 17th of June, a digital format seems to be the preferred way to approach this event for 2021. The article by VGC says that ESA are planning E3 2021 as a 3-day event, with preview night being on the 14th of June. hosting an award show, 2-hour keynote sessions from game partners, as well as small streams from publishers, influencers, and media partners. There are also supposed to be media previews for a number of key titles taking place 1 week earlier, scheduled meetings between developers, and media featuring remotely streamed playable demos. Disco Elysium is debuting on consoles this year with the Disco Elysium Final Cut version, which is also coming to PC as a free upgrade. Developer Zertum has now given more details about what the upgrade or new version will have in terms of content. The Zertum writer and narrative designer Justin Keenan shared in an interview with Push Square that the Final Cut version will add 4 new side quests which will feature each one of the Disco Elysium's political philosophies. The added quests are ones that didn't make it into the original version of the game, but were planned and are now being added with this new version. While they don't have major bearing on the game's main story, they will carry some significance, Keenan explains. Some introduce you to new characters, some come with new items, others permanently change your UI or some other piece of the world. One major addition with the Final Cut version is full voice acting. The script for Disco Elysium was quite lengthy in terms of written dialogue, and now it is finally getting voiced in its entirety. It's no small feat though, as they have 3 voiceover directors working full-time and dozens of actors all working to bring these lines to life. If you want to know what we thought of this title, be sure to read or watch our Disco Elysium review, Dark Humor Goes Detective. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut will be releasing in March 2021 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Steam, GOG, the App Store, Epic Game Store, and Google Stadia. Also coming to Xbox Series X and S and Nintendo Switch in the summer of 2021. The remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy called Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes with quite an array of content, including over 40 downloadable content for all games. However, since multiplayer will be skipped for the Mass Effect 3's remaster, so will the DLC related to that. The Pinnacle Station add-on, which is for the first title, won't be making it into the Legendary Edition also. The Pinnacle Station add-on was originally developed via a third-party studio called Demiurge. It added a training facility with different holographic combat scenarios. It was skipped from the PlayStation 3 version of Mass Effect due to the source code being lost. When BioWare decided to remaster the game for the Legendary Edition, they tried to reach out to anyone who could help track it down. However, when the code was finally located, it ended up being corrupted. The Pinnacle Station could have been reconstructed, but it was decided their efforts were best spent elsewhere and would prolong the release of the Legendary Edition, according to Mac Walters. Mass Effect Legendary Edition will launch on May 14th for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and PC. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.